Hey, how are you? It's been a little while. It's Friday, July 7th. My cuticles are being weird. Okay. Yes, it's July 7th, Friday. Um, I haven't been on camera much recently. Um, Even when I have done vlogs, it's been like Skyrim play. I mean, I talk to you about stuff while I'm playing Skyrim, so I hope you're still watching those, but on the screen, it's not me. I just haven't been feeling good lately, mainly due to financial issues. Um, I've talked to you guys before about how like I'm trying to stay positive and like I'm trying to hold on because like once long-term disability gets approved, once Social Security disability gets approved, like once all that stuff starts, things will be fine. But I have to make it until then. And unfortunately, things keep getting worse, not better. So, um, things suck right now. Things are pretty bad. Um, Monday, I will be able to request a cash out of my 401k from my job since they let me go. That will basically pay July's rent. They are giving us to the 20th again, which is amazingly nice of them. They just did that for us back in May. But I don't know how the hell I'm paying other bills. Like, I just don't. I was the one that made the most money in the family. Once I went on my disability leave and my disability, or my pay was cut to like 60%, then my husband and I were making about the same. But then my insurance ended with my job. And we had to put me on my husband's insurance. So then putting me on my husband's insurance reduced his pay by $300 a month. So doing that put his pay back below my pay, even at a 60% disability level. So his pay, especially with me on the insurance, is it doesn't even cover half our bills. It just doesn't. So we're in a bit of an issue because my short-term disability ended. I think I was paid through June 18th, if I remember right. I'm trying to fix my cuticle while I talk to you because it's all screwed up. I think I was paid through June 18th, if I remember right. Or 16th, something like that. Somewhere in mid-June. But I haven't been paid since then. Because that's when long-term disability would take over. And, you know, they told me towards the end of my short-term disability, they said, you know, since we're getting close to it going over to long-term, your approvals are going to start taking a little longer because we're going to go ahead and have long-term disability start, you know, evaluating it. That way it's a smoother transition and won't take as long. And the girl even told me that was telling me this. She said before we started this process, it would take like a month to get approved by long-term disability. Okay, well, we're almost at a month. And they've had my paperwork since before then. It was like the end of May that she was telling me that. My short term ended, I think it was like Friday the 16th is when it ended, and then Sunday the 18th is when long term is supposed to, that's when it would kick in. So it's been 3 weeks just since then, and they had my information before then, so I don't know what you're talking about your process being made quicker, because we're almost at a month. And I did talk to them yesterday, and what they told me is they hope to have an answer by the end of next week, which will put it at a month. So your process isn't working. But that means a month of me not getting paid. And yes, they will back pay me. That is 100% accurate. But that doesn't stop the bills that are due. And you may or may not remember, but the check I got that went through June 18th, that was the end of my short term, that actually covered like 7 weeks of pay because they hadn't paid me since April 11th at that point. And most of that went for rent. It just did, because we didn't have a choice. And most of it went for June rent. What was left went for like electricity, cell phones, internet, groceries, that kind of stuff, right? But the thing is, stuff is still behind. Had I been paid weekly during that 6-week period or 7-week period, instead of having to go 7 weeks without pay, it would have been much easier to keep the bills up. They would have been kept up. But, you know, once you don't pay one, now you have late fees on top of it. We ended up with overdraft fees in our checking account because there were things we had to get. You know, I had to take one of the cats to the vet, for example, and that cost $150 that we didn't have. It's not often we have to take a cat to the vet. Hell, I think that's the first time in like 2 years. I think it was like 2 years ago was the last time we took a cat to a vet. So, it's not a common thing that we have to do, but like, I gotta take care of my pets. And when I got the pets, I wasn't in this type of financial shape, so. Social Security disability still not approved, of course. I mean, honestly, that's not a surprise. They've had my file for a little over a month. I applied May 19th, but they've had my file at the whatever the hell department that's supposed to look at it for approval since June 1st, and this is July 7th, so they've had it for over a month. But it's the government, like, you don't really expect them to work fast. I shouldn't have to wait to get paid though, because once they approve it, because what they require is that you've been out of work for 6 months before they will start paying you, and I haven't worked since December 16th, so we're almost at 7 months now. So I don't think I will have a delay in payment once they approve me. I mean, there will be a delay in the sense that they're going to be like, well, you know, the first time you're going to get paid will be like 2 months from now or something like that. But it won't be because I have to wait because I haven't been out of work long enough or something like that. Sometimes that is the case with Social Security disability, because they do have a 6-month waiting period. So if you haven't been out of work for 6 months, you have to wait until that 6 months is up before they will start paying you. So I don't know why they think anybody can go 6 months without pay, but anyway, so things really suck right now. I haven't paid the car payment since April, so May and June are due. July is due in about 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks. That means they're threatening repossession now. If we don't pay by the 10th, which is in 3 days. There's absolutely no way. Like, there's literally no way. There's no other income coming in between now and then. And my husband gets paid weekly. One of his checks will not cover one of the car payments. Like, it won't even cover one of the car payments. Our car payments are not hugely high. They're like, they're under 400. It's like $390. It's been a few months since I paid it. Now I don't remember the exact number. I want to say it's like 370, 390, somewhere in there. But unfortunately, his checks, especially after being reduced by 300 a month, actually wouldn't even cover one car payment. Not one check anyway, because he gets paid weekly. So, it's nice to be paid weekly. That means you have money coming in every single week, but it also means it's a smaller amount of money. So, it's the same amount of money for the month either way. It's just the way you get it. So, it's still too hot. Woo. I'm drinking tea today because my throat hurts again. My allergies have just been killing me. And I take allergy medicine. I take Zyrtec, the store brand. But it's just not doing enough. Like, it keeps my eyes from itching and watering, which is good. But I still, most mornings, will wake up with a sore throat. And usually it'll go away within a few minutes of being up, but some days it's more stubborn. Today it's being a little more stubborn. And my vlog, I think I titled it like Sick Day. That one was the day that I had a sore throat all day too. That one's just a Skyrim gameplay one because I didn't feel like being on camera because I didn't feel good. But this is what I was drinking that day, and this is what I'm drinking today too. It is the Yogi brand Throat Comfort. I swear to God, this shit works so well for sore throats. So well. Wild cherry bark, licorice root, fennel seed, cinnamon bark, orange peel, slippery elm bark, cardamom pod, ginger root, clove bud, black pepper, and something I can't pronounce. Mullein leaf? I don't know, I've never heard of that one. All organic, according to them. Yeah. It's really good though, like it tastes good and it really does help my throat. Every time, like I tend to keep this on hand at home because anytime I have a sore throat, this is what I'll start drinking because it really does help. But anyway, things really suck. I talked to a couple of friends yesterday, or 2 days ago actually, about my situation, and they actually suggested I make a GoFundMe page. I hate doing that because I hate asking people for money. Like, that's a hard thing to do. It's a really hard thing to do as an adult, to have to say, I can't financially support myself right now. I need help. Like, that's a hard thing. But I did it. I made a GoFundMe page. I will put a link below if anyone is interested. I do not expect you to at all. I feel like I've been really lucky so far. Let me tell you. As of right now, 1:40 p.m. on Friday, $291 has been donated. So I think that's really amazing. It's more than I expected would happen. So I'm quite happy, and it's renewing my faith in humanity that people really can be nice. There was one time before I set up a GoFundMe. It was really difficult. I've told you guys a little bit about the story of when we moved into this apartment, how like we moved into it on a Friday and the very next Monday I got laid off from my job. And unemployment doesn't pay a whole lot, so it was really hard to make the bills right after we just moved in. And Daniel had just moved here from another state, so he didn't have a job yet. He was looking. So we're both unemployed looking for jobs. I was getting unemployment pay, and he was not, because his situation wouldn't do that. And we were having a hard time making rent, and so I did set up a GoFundMe once for that, and that was difficult too. I actually didn't I didn't advertise that one at all. Like, I set it up, but then I didn't tell anyone I set it up. Um, and it's not the best way to get assistance, so we didn't get any help, but we ended up figuring out how to do it on our own anyway, which, you know, I was glad about. But I got so, like, irritated around that time, because that was around the same time, or maybe it was a little after this. Do you remember that whole thing that blew up about the dude that did the was it a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe? I don't know, but it was like potato salad. And, like, he would send people part of the potato salad who donated enough. And the dude, like, let me Google it. I typed in Google into Google. That's not how you do it. GoFundMe. Oh no, it was a Kickstarter. It was a Kickstarter. So the Kickstarter literally says, I'm making potato salad. And the guy raised $55,000. And it was a joke. Like, it was... And it was like really, yeah, I think it was a couple months after we were having the issues with making rent that this started coming up. And it was really difficult for me to be like, I couldn't get help when I needed it, even like government assistance or like community assistance. But this motherfucker had $55,000 donated to him for potato salad. And I was like, and if you divide out the number of backers too, they averaged $8 a person. I mean, that's not bad. At least it doesn't average something crazy. But like, he raised $55,000. And I'm just like, okay, here were the rewards, because it's Kickstarter, so you do rewards. Pledge $3 or more. Receive a bite of the potato salad, a photo of me making the potato salad, a thank you posted to our website, and I will say your name out loud while making the potato salad. Like, this was just a joke. Now, I don't know what he ended up doing with the money. For all I know, he donated it to charity. But there's nothing on this Kickstarter that says. Like, when it started, it was a joke. He put the goal as $10, and it literally just said, I'm making potato salad. Like, it didn't start out as, and nothing on the main page says that it's going to a charity. So I don't know what he did with all the money. Maybe it's in the updates. I don't see anything that says. I mean, I could be missing it. But, it's really, kind of discouraging. And I know, like, it doesn't make logical sense. Like, it's not like those people would have donated to, like, me or to a charity or something instead. But it's like, it just makes me sad in a weird way. I had to do the camera thing. I don't know. Like, here I am, like, trying to figure out how the hell I'm gonna get groceries this weekend, you know? How I'm gonna keep my car from getting repossessed. And it's because of medical stuff. It's because of migraines. It's not because I'm lazy. It's not because I don't want to work. It's not anything like that. It's just, this is how life has turned out, unfortunately. So, I mean, I want to make the best of my life regardless, you know. If I have migraines, you know, at this same level for the rest of my life, that's fine. I will still make the best of my life. I will still do everything I can to enjoy my life. And to some people that means like go out, travel, go have fun and do stuff like that, but that's not what's fun for me. What I enjoy is being with my husband, being with my cats, reading, just relaxing. So, even if I have these migraines the same way for the rest of my life, I will make the most of what I have. So, but right now, while I can't even figure out how to keep my car from being repossessed, I can't focus on making the most out of things. Oh, it's just not at the top of my list for what to focus on. Once things are more stable, solid, then I can relax. And unfortunately, the stress of all of this actually contributes to my migraines. Not as much as you would think, though. Like, my migraines really, like, that may be why, like, May was worse, with 23 days of migraines. But for the most part, I've stayed with my average number of migraines of being, like, 15 each month, about half the month. Like, I've pretty much stayed that way for the last 9 months. I'd have to pull up my headache log. And my stress levels have changed drastically during that time. Right now, I'm probably the most stressed I've ever been. The month is too early to, you know, say how it's gonna go. We're only 7 days in, but I think I'm still on my average of half the month. I think I've had like 4 days. Yeah. I've had 4 days of migraines this month. So I'm still on track for my average half the month. And this is the most stressed I've been in a very long time. Probably in about 4 years. So, the reason I do the Skyrim videos, I hope you guys still watch them because my intention behind doing them is that I don't always want to be on camera if I'm not feeling well. So it gives me a way to still vlog and still talk to you, while still maybe having something semi-entertaining on the screen for you, so. I hope you still watch the ones that just show Skyrim gameplay because I am still talking to you guys in those, so. Alright, I'm gonna get off here. I might vlog more later because it's only like 2 o'clock now. And Daniel is working till 10, so I have a long time at home alone, so I might talk later. Oh, another fun thing that happened, our microwave died. It's really weird. Like a few nights ago, in the middle of the night, I heard like a really weird sound that was loud. And I can't, like now, I can't remember what the sound was, like what kind of sound it was. I want to say like popping or cracking kind of sound, maybe. But I can't remember the sound anymore because it woke me up and I was like, what the hell was that? And Daniel's like, I didn't hear anything. And I'm like, ugh. But you know, sometimes there's a sound in your dreams that like comes through, you know, just as you wake up. So I was like, oh, it was probably just that, you know. So I went back to sleep. And then the next day, Daniel went to microwave something. He was like, our microwave doesn't work. And I was like, what? And, yeah. It just doesn't work anymore. It was only 3.5 years old. We bought it when we moved in here. But, you know, it was like a cheap $30, $40 microwave from Walmart. I didn't expect it to last that long. But it means we don't have a microwave right now. Because obviously, if I don't have the money to figure out how to get groceries, how am I going to buy a new microwave? And let me tell you, I'm upset not having a microwave. Like, we use that. Like, we made taco meat the other day, and I can't reheat it in the microwave. Like, it's fucking annoying. So, alright, I'm gonna let you go because all this talking is making my throat hurt more. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow, but I make no promises right now. Things are just not, the best, so. I will see you guys when I see you. I hope you had a great week. I hope you have a good weekend. Take care of yourselves. Bye. Hey, how are you? I'm back. Second time today. Shocking. My hair is very thick and fluffy. I really need a haircut to like fix the layers so it like thins out down here a bit. I think it's a little thicker because I actually used the blow dryer on it today too. I was cold. My hair was wet. And so I got the blow dryer out so it wouldn't be so cold. And dried my hair most of the way. I didn't dry it all the way, but most of the way. I'm currently in the process of making another cup of tea. I've had probably 5 today now. Probably 5, I would say. Yeah. It's the only thing that feels good. I am going to burn some incense. So let me empty my incense holders. Stick off. Just incense dust all over the place. You know these holders are supposed to collect the incense ash for you, not, you know, make it fall all over the damn place, which is what they actually seem to do. Need my little thumbtack. What? See, incense ash just fell. It's bullshit. These were clean yoga pants. Now they're not so clean. Ugh. My hair is so damn poofy. I seriously do need a haircut. But I'll have money for that. Isn't sure you are aware if you have been watching shit. Okay, I hear my water boiling, so BRB while I go pour it over my tea bag. you're supposed to wait for the tea kettle to like whistle. I don't. I find it's not necessary. It's plenty hot enough. Like, this says to let it steep 5 to 10 minutes. I always let it sit here more like 15 minutes because I can't drink it before that. It's too hot. Way too hot. Alright. Let's put the incense in. Here, I'll turn you a bit so you can see what I'm doing again. That one there. Are you excited? Be excited. God damn it. Be excited. Alright, little sandalwood. This one's actually getting somewhat low. This box used to be full, see? And now it's... Ah! I almost dropped one. Yeah, how many sticks came in this? $300. I was so happy when I saw this because I was like, if I use one a day, that would last 10 months. 2 a day is like 5 months. And this was like $9 or something. It was on Amazon. I can look it up and tell you if you really want to know. If you're really that interested, tell me and I'll give you a link. I love that sandalwood though. Alright. I'm also using a big taper candle now. With all of my other candles. I don't like using taper candles. I feel like, because of like, they're so like tall and high up. I have like this paranoia that it's gonna like fall over and start a fire. You know what I mean? Whereas like a little tea light candle, like this is, but it's out of wax, and this was my last tea light, so I don't have any more. Or one of the jar candles, like it's much harder for them to say start a fire. But this could like fall over way too easily in my mind. Because I'm slightly paranoid about stuff like that. So, taper candles are not my favorite. Like, they're pretty to look at. Like, it's kind of pretty to... Like, I used to have a taper candle that was silver. Turned out it was just a white candle with, like, some silver paint on it. Whatever. Until the paint started chipping off, it looked really pretty. I never burned it. I would just, it was a taper candle like this, you know, same size and everything. And I would just like leave it in the holder just for like decoration because it was pretty. But I never burned it. Oh, it's already smelling so good in here. So good. Awesome. Now I'm happy. I just love that smell so much. I also really like having a candle burning. Trying to decide what I want to do. I still need to do some tarot stuff for today. I did a spread earlier, my daily stuff. It's one of the Instagram challenges I'm doing. She posts a spread every day, which is kind of cool. Can be overwhelming, so I didn't commit myself to do it every day. And I haven't. I think I only missed one day of it though. I mean, like one, like I did like a day late or something, but I think there's only been one that I actually didn't do because it just literally didn't interest me at all. So It's been fun. I have some YouTube videos to watch. I haven't really done much. I told you guys earlier, I haven't been feeling well, so I haven't been doing a whole lot. It was like shower day. It was fun. My hair is getting long. I can't decide, like, sometimes I'm like, I want to grow it longer, but I tend to do my hair color at home because I can't afford to go to a salon and pay $100+ to get it done every 6 weeks. So I tend to do it at home. We'll buy a box or two of hair color, and Daniel's actually the one that colors it for me. But, you know, you do run into issues with that. You can, like, have an issue, like if you miss some spots or something. You know, he does his best to try to get it done, but the longer my hair gets, and, like, my hair is pretty thick, it gets harder and harder to make sure you get every, you know, strand covered, right? So it's easy to kind of screw up. And there was one time we noticed that there were a couple of places. I mean, luckily they were kind of hidden, like they would be like in here, you know, somewhere. So they didn't really show. But like if you pay someone at a salon to do your hair color and you get home and you realize, you know, you have a big patch back here that didn't get colored, you can go back up to the salon and be like, fix it. You know what I mean? Because you paid them for it. Whereas if you do that at home, I mean, you can fix it by getting another box of the hair color and like just kind of painting it on that spot or whatever. But that means you have to go buy another box of hair color too. Which granted still costs less than going to the salon. But it's just more of a hassle. And if you happen to screw up, you have nobody to blame but yourself. You know, if the color doesn't turn out the way you thought it would, or, I don't know, it fucking turns out green when it's supposed to be red, you know, like it reacted with your hair in some weird way. Like, there's nothing you can do about it other than go get another box of color and try to color it again. Whereas if your hair salon, something happens, generally they kind of have to fix it. I mean, they don't have to, but they're gonna lose a customer and probably get some bad reviews, and I know there's some salons out there that are gonna be willing to do that, but for the most part, they will fix it if they screw it up. Also, the way they do it, it's harder to screw up because they divide your hair into so many sections and use like foil and stuff. Whereas at home, we're not professionals, we don't put that much work into it. So yeah. Anyway, where I was going with that is growing my hair out. Like, I really like how long hair can look, but it would make it so much harder for us to color my hair. Like, I think I would just have to go natural, and I don't know if you can see my roots right now. I have a lot of silver hairs in here though, which is fine. I mean, I'm 36, but I'd rather not have all the grays. It's cool though. Ow! The coffee cup is hot. I'm almost out of my throat comfort tea. Been drinking so much of it today. This is all I have left. Just 3 more. I have to buy some more. We'll probably go grocery shopping tomorrow. With what money? Probably end up with taking cat in the hole again. I mean, there's not a whole hell of a lot we can do. Like, we have to have food. And food that we will eat. And I know, like, there's places out there, like, there's churches you can go to and get food for free. I've actually done it before when I've been going through some rough times in my life. But at a time like this, when I know money is coming, I'm just trying to make it till then, I don't feel right doing it, and let me explain. I don't know if you've ever done it, but like I said, I have done it before. So what you have to do is you have to find out, like, maybe this particular church does handing out food, like, Wednesday mornings, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. or something like that, okay? Well, you're going to need to get there at like 7 in the morning because there's going to be a line of people. And they will run out before they get through everyone. That's why you need to be there early if you actually want to get food. And that is what makes me feel like I shouldn't be doing it. Like, I feel like there are people who need it more, you know what I mean? And I feel like, let's say they have enough food for 100 people, but 150 show up. The food I take could have gone to someone else that maybe needed it more. You know what I mean? Like maybe someone with kids. I mean, I do remember, though, that they did it based on your household size. A household of 4 would get more food than a household of 2. I do remember that, at least the ones that I've been to. But I feel like I am not in need of food as much as others are. So I don't want to take food away from them. If that makes sense. I hope it does. If the place had unlimited food, sure. That's just not possible. They have a limited amount of food. They can only feed so many people. So, I don't feel like I should take somebody else's food, basically. So I won't do that. Instead, we will make a grocery list of, like, pretty much the bare minimum we need to get by for a week. Like milk, maybe bread, I don't know. Make sure Daniel has something for lunches, make sure I have something for meals while I'm at home. That kind of thing. Just make sure we have enough stuff on hand. If there's anything we need to get as far as like cleaning supplies or bathroom, toilet paper, that kind of thing, we'll get any of that kind of stuff. Basically, we'll only get what we need, not what we want. You know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna buy cookies and ice cream, because that's not a need, that's a want. We're just gonna make sure we have food for both of us to live on for the next week. And for the most part, the stuff we get's really cheap anyway. We have a problem, though, since we don't have a microwave, like, it makes it more difficult. I think I said this earlier, that we made taco meat earlier. And I don't have a good way to reheat it. I mean, possibly a pan on the stove, or possibly using the toaster oven or something. I don't know. I've never tried to do that before. Yeah. We also still had a little, like, hamburger helper left over, and I don't have a good way to heat that either. Microwaves are so convenient. Damn. It's like one of the things we're probably gonna have to think of when we make this grocery list is maybe not getting as many things that give us leftovers. Maybe more like sandwiches. I've been really, like, once we got some turkey lunch meat that was Cajun flavored, and it was so good. So I might get that again. Just like get sandwich stuff for the most part. That way there's not really any leftovers to try to figure out how to heat up, since we don't have a microwave right now. I mean, some leftovers are easy to heat up on the stove. I've done that with some stuff before, but not everything's easy to do that with. And there's plenty of it I've never tried before to heat up that way, so we could end up screwing it up. And then if we screw it up, we don't have the food, so I feel like it would be better to spend our money on stuff that we're not going to have to try to figure out what to do with. Yeah. So we'll probably make a list, like, tonight. Figure out the stuff we, have to have, like milk and stuff, and cashew milk specifically. And, yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll make it work. We shall make it work. Oh my god, it's so hot still. Like, just the cup is hot. I swear to god, sometimes I want to get those, styrofoam coffee cups that you can get on, like, the aisle with, paper plates and stuff. Like, you can get those for yourself for home. You can even get, like, the travel lids to go on them if you're gonna take, something hot on the go. But, like, I kind of want to get those. I know it's a waste of money, but the reason I like them is because of this. This is so hot right now. Like, putting my lips on it to take a drink is going to burn my lips. It discourages me from taking a drink too, because I figure if this is hot enough to almost burn my hand, it's probably too hot for my mouth. And I've been on this for 19 minutes now. And this, I probably finished like 2 or 3 minutes in, so it's been a while. Alright, I'm gonna let you go. That's like, 40 minutes today. That's plenty. I'm gonna go do something. Watch some YouTube videos, maybe play some Skyrim. Just try to relax a bit. I might take a bath. That sounds like fun. It's a nice relaxing bath. Alright. I will see you in my next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.